So have you seen this yet?
Bullying.
The Me Too movement against sexual harassment.
Masculinity.
Is this the best a man can get? Is it?
Is masculinity toxic, or are you hashtag boycott Gillette? If you've spent 30 seconds on the internet this week, chances are you have heard about the dangers of toxic masculinity.
Bullying.
The Me Too movement against sexual
Toxic
harassment.
masculinity.
Is this the best a man can get? Is it making the same old excuses?
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
But something finally changed.
Allegations regarding sexual assault and sexual harassment.
But she says it's
And there will be no going back. Because we believe in the best in men.
Men need to hold other men accountable.
Smile, sweetie. Come on.
To say the right thing. To act the right way.
Bro, not cool, not cool.
Some already are. In ways big
Yo, men,
and small.
I am strong.
But some is not enough.
It's not how we treat each other, okay? Okay.
Because the boys watching today will be the men of tomorrow.
Joining me now, Fox News contributors Lawrence Jones, Tyrus, and Bernard Whitman, President and CEO of Whitman Insight Strategies. Gentlemen, good to have you with us. I think there are moments in that are inspiring, that send a good message. But then there are other moments, and in particular, the one that one of our producers pointed out this morning, is all these guys, lined up at the barbecue, which I just think, can you imagine if there was an ad like that with women lined up baking cakes, what the reaction to that would be? Lawrence, what do you think?
Yeah, so I think there's this general notion that all men are bad. And it was even more concerning when the APA released their study of men, saying that the masculinity that men have is it's dangerous. It's troubling. And this is really what we've been seeing from the college campuses, where a lot of these philosophies, progressive, came up with this term. And I think if you were to judge women by the same standard that they're now trying to put men, I think there would be so much outrage. I think the real men are standing up in society, because we have had some troubling situations, and it's because real men stepped up and said that's not right and fired a lot of these bad guys.
Yeah, I asked my son about this today. I asked all the men in my life actually about this ad, and Tyrus, it was like, it makes me, my 18-year-old, makes me feel like it's showing all men as being bad guys.
I mean, I'm all for a, hey, let's do right, let's be right kind of commercial, but it just felt very isolated towards men. Anytime you take one group and blame them for a problem, there's an issue. Because there's a lot of things that go into it. They cut bullying, cybering, they covered misogynist stuff. There are bad dudes. There are also irresponsible women.
Absolutely.
Bad
behavior knows no gender.
Where's the commercial going after the Kardashians telling little girls they need to have filters and fake hair and breast jobs and Brazilian butt lifts to be beautiful? No, I'm just saying, where's that? Good men make good decisions. I'm a father. If my son jumped on a boy at a backyard, it would have been the worst mistake he made that day. And then he would have had to apologize to everybody. So I think the norm is people do right. Yeah,
this is from a frequent viewer, also known as my husband, who has raised 2 sons. And I asked everybody to weigh in. He said, if we have to be taught by a razor company trying to sell razor blades how to be better moral people, then we're in huge trouble. Society has successfully taken down organizations like the Boy Scouts and Christian and community groups, and now corporations are replacing the role of teaching better citizenship. Is that a problem, Bernard?
Martha, I don't understand why this is controversial at all. The ad basically says, treat others with respect. Be a gentleman, mind your manners, act in a way that your grandmother and your mother taught you and you'd be proud of. It's time that we in this country
Why are we getting this from a razor company?
It's time that we in this country stand up as a nation.
That's not what they said.
Please let me finish. Enough is enough. We've got to put an end to sexual harassment and bullying, and it's just not appropriate in 2019.
No disagreement there.
It's not appropriate in 2019 for men to go around and grab other women's asses, make rude comments. and
Bernard,
call each
you're
other
not, as a
sissies
man,
and
you're
the
not
S- and the F
offended
word.
when you watch this that you as a man are being painted with this broad brush, like
No, it's
you don't know this,
it is-
so a razor company has to tell you it.
It's Gillette saying, calling us to our better angels. Act responsibly. Treat others like you'd want to be treated.
Why is
There's
Gillette
nothing
doing this?
Because Gillette's ethos is be the best a man can get. And they're saying, particularly for the young generation of men and boys who
And
are
so
growing
there's a
up,
problem with men.
treat people with respect. And you know what? There is a problem with men.
No, it's not.
Excuse me.
What is the problem with men?
4 in 5 women have reported being sexually harassed or sexually discriminated against. That is a problem. We need to teach this culture, teach this generation that's coming up to be more respectful. And if the brand can live that value and resonate
But
with
that
consumers, it's all the
responsibility,
best.
Tyrus,
like I said, if
is
that
up to
was the commercial,
families
I would
and
love that
parents
commercial.
and your community groups
I
and your
wouldn't-
churches
commercial.
to be
wouldn't let my
lectured
son watch
to
that
by a
commercial.
razor
Or my
company.
daughter.
You wouldn't let them watch
I
it.
wouldn't let my kids
Why?
watch that commercial. One, because it paints a picture. One, I barbecue, for one, and I have never sat in front of an open flame while my child attacked somebody and said, boys will be boys. Matter of fact, that's a sexist term in
This
itself.
stuff happens in America
And then
today.
the fact
But
that
it's the moms who says when their sons make mistakes, oh, boys will be boys, but we punish them. We dealt with
And
them.
then the fact that they show little boys in the ad, like playing around. Guess what? Little boys have little fights.
Yeah.
Showed us little girls as well. So the paint,
Little
like,
boys usually
just
get
like
whooped by
boys,
little girls.
kids
What is wrong
making
with the father
mistakes is a
saying-
problem. That's wrong.
What is wrong with the father saying we don't treat other people like that?
Fathers already
what
do
is
that.
wrong-
That's the point.
Well,
the
clearly
the
not
norm is
enough.
not.
And I think that if
we sit
as a
around sex
culture-
harass women all day.
we
That's
as
not
a
the norm
culture
in this
can agree
country.
that it is time that we treat other human beings with respect and the way each
You know,
other would want
the
to be
one moment
treated.
I like
What's
is
the problem
when the
with
guy is like, going after this woman on the street and his friend goes, "Hey, that's not cool." I mean, but that's a good message. But my point is that we don't need this from a razor.
I think we need it from every corner of society. And if a brand can stand up and say, be the best a man can get, then I think that it furthers the conversation and helps bring the country.
You guys are all
further
the
together.
best.
We need specific details.
So
not
are my guys.
general things.
All right.